When a customer initiates a chat, it's often a pretty good idea to have some information available that will allow an agent to know who they are talking to or even why that chat was initiated. The Omni Channel Engagement Hub allows the configuration of pre-chat questions, which will prompt the user to provide information prior to speaking with an agent. The responses provided in the pre-chat survey can then help the agent to efficiently handle the conversation or even help the conversation to be routed through to the appropriate team. Now, in order to configure a pre-chat question, we're going to need to go into the chat widget area and then the surveys tab. There are two types of surveys that are available: pre-chat and post-chat surveys. We're going to enable only the pre-chat survey. And once the pre-chat survey is enabled, we're now going to be able to add questions. A typical question is, for example, the name of the contact or the customer, and also the reason for the chat. Now, a good tip to note about Omni is that depending on the name entered in the pre-chat question, it can automatically identify the appropriate contact or case. So specifying the name is automatically going to look for the contact where the contact's full name is equal to the value entered in the name field, or where the account name equals the value entered in the name field. And when a conversation is initiated by a customer, a record of that conversation is actually kept in Dataverse. And this may include personal customer data, and for example, their name or address. In Europe, it's important to ensure that the customer is aware of this and is okay with this. So of course, they're going to be able to request their information and get their data via transcripts. And we can go further into the GDPR considerations of Omni, but that's a different topic. I like to ensure that I have a checkbox which must be flagged by the customer in order for them to initiate a chat. And pre-chat surveys currently allow 4 different question types, and we've shown text, list, multi-text, and a checkbox. It should be noted, though, that it is currently not possible to have dependent questions. And when a pre-chat question is created, a context item is also created in the background. And the context item is created with the name of the pre-chat question. This is in fact what allows the automatic association of that contact or account record in the system. Occasionally, though, Omni does not automatically identify the appropriate contact or account. And if this does in fact happen, then there are a few things to check. If using multiple chat widgets, check that each chat widget is associated to a unique work stream when pre-chat is being used. Secondly, ensure that there aren't multiple context items in that chat workstream that's associated to the chat widget. And finally, there may be duplicate records. The automatic association of records currently works only when there is a single record. It may take some time, max 15 minutes, for the question to appear in your deployed chat widget. There's no need to redeploy the widget if it has already been deployed. But customers will now be prompted for the information that you need in order to service them, and if correctly configured, you'll also be able to automatically identify the contact initiating the chat. So in this session, we've shown how we're able to enable and configure pre-chat questions, which enable agents to have the necessary information about a customer to efficiently handle their query very quickly. I hope this was helpful. Please shout if you have any questions.